Yo, what's up? Welcome to another video, and today I want to talk um about the criticisms, the what people have been saying about the game. Like some people like it, but I've been seeing like a majority that don't like it. And I'm kind of on the side. Well, I like it. Well, I haven't played it. I'm interested in it to say. I'm gonna tell you where I come from. Okay, I'm a Destiny 2 player. I'm a Destiny player. I've been playing since Destiny 1 beta. I have about 16, 17,000 hours between both games. Still playing it till this day. Just can't get away from it. And I've played all the Halo, all the Bungie Halo games. And I played Oni. Don't know what that is. It's a Bungie game. Didn't even know that. It's been so long. I didn't play Marathon 1, 2, and 3. I didn't have a Mac. I think it was like made for Mac. I didn't have a computer back in the day. I didn't play Myth or anything like that. But that's where I come from. I'm a big Bungie fan. Halo and Destiny. And, the I see a lot of people saying like I don't know what to call it. Like some of the criticism is reasonable, I will say, for the game. Some of it's not. Okay. Some people are like they don't like it because of the art style. I'm like, this is why I'm coming. I'm like, we knew how this game was gonna look, or sort of. We know the art style they're going for. Off of the reveal trailer and stuff, we knew how sort of the guns were going to look, and to say something like that, I seen how like they showed a couple of weapons in the reveal trailer, and I didn't really like what they showed us. Okay, but I wasn't expecting anything different. It seems like people saw the reveal trailer and they were expecting something way different. That's what's blown my mind. You can let me know in the comments what you think, but people were like surprised, like Bungie caught them off guard. And I find that very weird. Maybe this just like drifters and Destiny 2 fans that are like not liking the game. Like I see people saying, "Oh, it looks like Destiny 2 gameplay." Yes, it's Bungie. They've been working on Destiny 2 for the past 10 years. For me, it wasn't a surprise. Okay? So I just don't know what people were expecting. Then now, like, I don't know if I can find it, but I seen like somebody say, "So you when you die, you lose all your loot. That's stupid. That's a distraction shooter. What are you talking about?" I feel like that may have been a Destiny 2 player, because I feel like Destiny 2 players don't understand other games. Big example, when D4 came out, Diablo 4 came out, a lot of D2 players came and played that game, right? And they figured out that when new seasons come out, you basically have to start over because you're in a new server. You have to make a new character and build yourself back up and level up again. That's nothing new. That happened in the old Diablo games. That happens in a lot of ARPGs. That's nothing new, but Destiny 2 players got mad and upset because they didn't understand that. They didn't know that. If you never played an extraction shooter before, yes, you lose all your loot when you die. It's a thing. That that happens in all of them. So, like, I'm just like baffled and like confused. Okay, like what? Like maybe Destiny 2 players need to play more than Destiny 2. Hey, I can say that. I'm a Destiny 2 player. Like I said, I have thousands of hours in the game still playing it. But I like to branch out and try to play other games and accept how these games work too. Like, I understand playing Diablo 4, when new season comes out, well, you gotta make a new character. That's just how those games work. Coming into a distraction shooter, I understand you die, you lose all your loot. That's just how it works. You know, that's just the thing. That's how all these games work. I'm not here to be like, oh, they need to change it. I understand that Destiny 2 players just don't like to let go of things. Okay, their vault may be full, character full, and I say that because my stuff is full. I have 700 out of 700 in my vault. I have 3 characters: Warlock, Titan, and Hunter, all full. You know, I understand when I go to another game, well, I'm gonna have to probably let go of stuff. I'm just gonna have to accept that stuff because that's how all these games work. And you know, and I want to get into other stuff, other criticisms I see. Let's take a look at Twitter, okay? So we have this right here from this person. Marathon looks generic, overpriced. 3 maps. Are these companies trying to go bankrupt these days? What do you mean overpriced? Hear me out. I guess a lot of people don't know abstraction shooters. You know, haven't looked them up or anything like that. Um, Most abstraction shooters only come with 1 map at first. 1 map, maybe 2, maybe, but most of the time 1 map. Then later down the line they come out with a 2nd map, but 1 map. So the map thing, what are you talking about? Looks generic? What do you mean it looks generic? Look at Tarkov. Look at, Delta Force. I guess Hunt Showdown looks different than those two, but you can say Destiny 2, I mean, not Destiny 2, sorry, but you can say Marathon looks way different than all those other extraction shooters. So what do you mean? Maybe overall, if you look at all games, maybe it still looks quite different than a lot of games. And it definitely looks different than other extraction shooters. So I don't know about the generic part. Overpriced. Let's talk about this, people, because this is one thing that kills me. What do you mean overpriced? Okay, we don't know the price, first of all. Second of all, what people are, assuming and speculating what it might be, $40. Hear me out. Tarkov costs $50. Hunt Showdown, these are the 2 most popular extraction shooters. Hunt Showdown costs, I think, like 30. I think we can take a look, actually. Okay, to get into Tarkov, the standard edition, look at it. It's $50 to get into this. And this is like one of the most popular extraction shooters. Then here we have Hunt Showdown, $30. What do you mean overpriced? I don't get that at all. Overpriced? Do you know what you're talking about? Listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to other YouTubers, and especially don't listen to people on Twitter and Reddit, okay? Because half these people don't know what they're talking about at all. Okay? Take it with a grain of salt. Look at the game. When the alpha comes out, and if they do come out with a beta, which I think they are, with an open beta, play it. Make your own opinion. Okay? Make your own opinion. But I'm like, some of the criticism for this game doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's go, like, because people are talking about how the game looks, the art style and everything, and I'm like, are why is everybody up in, going crazy when we saw the reveal trailer? So this is the reveal trailer for Marathon that came out a year ago. A year ago. So we already knew what they're going for. Did people thought they were going to change it, or this was a big debate or something? Like I don't understand looking at this, which I liked. I seen this and I already knew. I was like, I like the 80 aesthetic of it. The colors just look amazing to me. I like it. Now, if people are, they have, if there are complaints that it doesn't look like old Marathon, that's reasonable. I understand that. Okay, like, I like the aesthetic of old Marathon. It's more dark and stuff, but I can respect this too. Like, they're just going with a different tone, and you know we're thinking like a lot of the old monsters and stuff are probably going to come back sooner or later in this game. But I don't think we, let me know in the comments, because I'm not 100% sure. I've only been looking at like a lot of the lore like recently and stuff, but I haven't really seen a lot of the gameplay, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the old gameplay took place like on the ship and stuff, and we haven't seen like planets and stuff. I'm not sure. I can be completely wrong. Okay, I don't know anything. I don't know everything about Marathon. I can say I do like the lore and stuff, what I've been watching and stuff. It looks it's amazing. But we knew that it wasn't going to look anything like the old Marathon. We knew this a year ago. Okay, so I don't see why people are up in arms now. Maybe it's just drifters and people just being mad just to be mad. Okay, so I'm just like mind blown. And like what are people, what are the other complaints? Okay, I will say, to stay on the how the game looks, our buddy here, Bradley, he brought up a good point in how the game, the contrast of the game looks like it's been toned down, at least from like the reveal trailers and the trailers we got. It looks like the colors have been toned down. I do agree with that. If they can, hopefully they can up the saturation and make the colors pop a lot more. Hopefully, but at least on PC, we can go into like the NVIDIA overlay and fix the contrast for it, but we shouldn't have to do that, especially if it's going to be on console. Console players can't do that kind of stuff. It's stuff on PC we can tweak a little bit. So hopefully they can, fix that. And I want to get into, to the into like another thing Stroud was talking about. If you didn't see, Stroud talked about it, and I kind of agree with him, but on the other hand, I want to kind of combat like what he's saying, but I'm going to show you his clip.
Epitome of what happens every single time. You come in, whether you're a AAA dev or an indie or whatever, you try to come into an extraction game and you try to make it and you try to remove the friction. There's a lot of friction in a game like Tarkov. There's a lot of like complexity and things that might not want you to open up the game ever. Hundreds of bullet types, thousands of individual items, quests that don't tell you at all where to go, no map. I mean, the weapon attachment system is like, what am I doing? Right? So much friction. There's so much friction to play Tarkov. Most people don't even open that game. But that friction is what makes the game so popular to its core audience. So it's weird. You come in, you're a new dev or a AAA dev, whatever, and you want to remove the friction? Great. You remove the friction, the game is smooth, the game's easy to play, anyone could just click play and just be right in it. But they only play for a couple weeks or a month, and then they're like, well, there's nothing left to learn. Well, yeah, that's because you just removed all the friction. All the friction's gone, all the tooltips. Like, for example, a perfect example is this, yeah? On this screen, you see every single item and its value. You don't learn the value as a player. You instantly are told what it's worth. That is a developer coming in and saying, we're going to remove the friction and remove the complications of like the complexity of like seeing an item and being like, what is this? We're just going to tell you what it is. It's worth $1,000. That's it. Great if you're playing the game for the first time. Bad if you're playing the game for the 1,000th time. Because what makes extraction shooters good and interesting is giving that player the knowledge, the tools to like learn the game themselves, figure out what a pack of cigarettes is for. And I know it's really stupid and nobody thinks like that. Most people are like, just tell me what the pack of cigarettes are for, man. But what's fun about extraction shooters is when they don't tell you.
Okay, do you understand what he is saying? Like the frick, like at first when you hop into the game, start playing, it's kind of difficult to understand. But more you play it, more you start to understand the game. That's the friction. Perfect example, like he said, like you get an item, like the items you can already see the value in the items. But something like in Tarkov, you don't see the value in the item until you extract it. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all night. So like in Tarkov, you have to keep going in, keep getting stuff, and you learn more and more and more you do that. Well, in Marathon, you already know what you're picking up and how much the worth is in that item. But he said nobody thinks like that. People think like that. Okay, it's fine. You're okay. Like people think like that. Okay, but where I'm gonna kind of combat that thought is like, it's clear that they're trying to make this game for casual players. Okay, like he said, like there's probably tons of people because of all that friction that don't even boot up Tarkov or don't even think about getting into Tarkov. You have no map. You have to figure out where to go, where to distract. You have to learn that. Okay? That's a difficult thing. That's one reason I've never got into Tarkov. That's why I prefer like a Delta Force, cuz they kind of get rid of some of the friction. A lot of it's still there, like items, like they don't tell you how much the item is worth. Okay, but they do give you a map. They at least give you a map, and they show you where the distraction points are on the map. Okay, I feel like Delta Force is kind of like right under Tarkov. It's not as hardcore, but it's going to be like more hardcore than Marathon is. Okay, but this game is obvious that it's more. Hold on, it's more for casual players. Okay, yes, I feel like hardcore like Tarkov players, people who play Tarkov aren't really going to be that interested in this game. They're probably going to play for like a couple of days a week, and they're probably going to leave. But I feel like the more casual players are probably going to stick with it longer, and it's going to be easier for people to get into the game. I feel like this game is going to have like a rotating doors of players all the time because how easy it is to get into the game. You know, if you never played a extraction shooter before and you see gameplay of it, how slow Tarkov is and stuff, and you know your friend try to get you into it, you're probably gonna tell them no because it looks slow. It looks very complicated. Like you tell them like there's no map in the game. You have to find distractions, and like that's kind of difficult. Okay, and you can get killed by somebody camping in the bush the whole game. You know, that's kind of a turn off. But someone sees this and see just how fast it is, and like see how it has a more emphasis on the gameplay. Yeah, I can see how casual player and people who haven't really gotten into distraction shooters can be entertained by this game, and probably be entertained by it for a long time just by the gameplay. And you know they're gonna have story elements in the game, like little Easter eggs and like lore bits in the game. We don't know exactly how it's gonna work. Like my dream, I hope it's gonna like maybe we have a cutscene at the very beginning of a season and stuff, and one at the end, and like you can find like lore stuff around the map. You can do like puzzles. That's what I hope for. But I see some of the criticism as like decent, good. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that, but some of it I'm like, what do you mean? Like I feel like Destiny players are just mad and scared because Bungie is making a new game. It's all right. These were different developers. They have two separate teams. We are still being taken care of on Destiny. We're getting an expansion. We get to Twid every week. They still keep up with us. They still take care of us. It's okay. They can have two games. They want another franchise to have. They have Marathon that they haven't used till now for about 20 years. They have Myth, they have Oni, they have like 3 other franchises that they just have sitting there. And I'm not opposed to something new. If Bungie wants to do something new, I just hope it does good and they do a good job with it, because I don't want to play a piece of crap or something. But it's just crazy. Like Destiny 2 players are just like, oh, a new game. Bungie's making a new game. It's shit. It's shit. It has to fail because I want this game to fail, because I want Destiny to keep going. It's going to keep going. If Marathon fails, right? If Marathon fails, listen to me. Sony's gonna come in and tear Bungie apart. Then guess what? We won't have Destiny 2 anymore. Okay, people? Sony bought Bungie for like $3 billion. We have to hope anything they make does good, or it can be pretty bad news for Bungie and Destiny 2. All right? I just hope people understand that. But what else can I say? I'm kind of excited. Oh, before I leave, let's talk about the price point and monetization and stuff. I'm okay with it being $40. Like we looked up the prices for the other games. This isn't the only extraction shooter. Every extraction shooter right now is not free. Okay? It is not free. There's only like probably a few, and the few aren't that big. The only biggest one, and it's still like third in extraction shooters, is Delta Force. And Delta Force isn't on console yet. This may come to console before Delta Force, you know? And they have Hunt Showdown too. And you know, Hunt Showdown, like I said before, it's not really like Tarkov or like Delta Force. If you actually play the extraction shooters and play these games, you understand what I mean. It's not quite the same. You don't get the same experience like you do with Tarkov. Like I said before, Tarkov is like $50 to get into it. Hunt Showdown, $30. This being like in the middle, it's fine. The only problem I have with the monetization, I mean, not the price point, is with the monetization, because I'm a big Destiny 2 fan, and guess what? I'm a big Star Wars fan too. But I know, like, I see like the cosmetics and stuff in Destiny 2 are freaking outrageous. Like, there's 20. We all know that we got the Star Wars skins for our 3 characters, and they're $20. That's a lot of money. I love Star Wars. Loved them since the 90s, since I came out of my mama's womb. I've been like a little nerd. My dad loved Star Wars too. But I can't really bring myself to pay those prices for those skins. That's kind of ridiculous. Hopefully, the monetization for this game, since it is, a paid product, it won't be that bad, but I have a feeling that it is going to be pretty bad. And, I just pray. And people also want to bring up, like, it combats cheaters. I'm kind of like in the middle. Yes, it kind of does, but it doesn't really work that often, because some cheaters are still going to rebuy the game. Okay. But it does help. And, like, for example, like in Destiny 2, like when it went free to play, and in trials, the in-game PvP, it was kind of bad, infested with cheaters, until they made it where you can only play it if you buy the newest expansion. Yeah, it kind of cut off, but there's still cheaters, but it kind of cut them down. So I can see, yes, it can work a little bit, but people are still gonna rebuy the game. Now, are they gonna do that every time? No. Some won't, some will. It is what it is, but I'm not too like. I'm not like, oh my gosh, this game costs $40, and this is a PvP game. No, I understand. Like, they have to make money, and they're not the only one who has a price point in the extraction shooter genre. Okay, I know that. I don't know if people know anything about extraction shooters. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, don't listen to me. Don't listen to other YouTubers. Don't listen to people who are just bitching, don't know, who haven't even played the game. Don't know anything about extraction shooters or Bungie, who are just, don't definitely don't listen to Destiny 2 fans or whatever, because a lot of them are just scared that Bungie is going to abandon Destiny 2. Okay? But I know I may have some hot takes in this one. But with that said, this is the end of the video. I just want to have a little ramble about this and actually talk about it. If you want, we can talk about Marathon if you like it, if you don't like it. And if you don't like it, give a good reason, not just because it's not a new Destiny game, or, you lose all you loot when you die. What do you mean? That's a distraction shooter. But anyways, leave me a like. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I forgot to talk about some of the stuff, like a solo mode. They need to put solo mode and proximity chat in it. And uh for like example, like I don't play like Apex Legends, right? But I don't play a lot because it doesn't have a solo mode. I feel like thousands to like millions of players want a solo mode. They like to play by themselves all the time. Like I play Warzone and you know Fortnite more than I do Apex, but I like Apex more. But those two other games have solo mode, so I can just jump in, not worry about, not talk to anyone, just jump in, jump out. A lot of people like to do that, and not having a solo mode, they really, really need to think about that and hopefully put that in. And the second thing, is proximity chat. Okay, they really need to add proximity chat, especially if you're gonna have like Easter eggs and like puzzles to solve in the world in the game. Like, let's take someone like Scarrow. He's a big Destiny 2 content creator who likes to solve puzzles and stuff like that. Let's say he's in the game trying to get something done and another team just comes up and kills him. Now, they did say like doing the puzzles and stuff like that can like infect not infect but affect the world and stuff and everything. But this, instead of having that person just come up and kill them, right? They could avoid that and avoid a lot of frustration. Okay, if they just had proximity chat, like they can get on comms, like, hey, we're trying to solve this puzzle. Can you maybe like back off for a little bit or help us, kind of kill some of the AI or something? It'd be very helpful. Yes, some people are going to be toxic. That's with every game. That's with a lot of people on proximity chat. Yes, you're going to have some people like that. And yes, you're going to have people who still are going to ignore that and be like, "No, I'm still going to kill you for no reason." You know? But it'd be nice to, hey, you can communicate with a different team, with the other teams, and like, "Hey, we're trying to solve this." So they need proximity chat and they need a solo mode. Millions of people, you get more you get more people in your games if you had a solo mode. It will help your player base if you had proximity chat. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. This is I last minute. I already recorded all the rest of this video. I just forgot to put this in, but okay, I'm out. Or just like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more videos. And like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, come on, say it with me. She's over here snoring. Have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Peace.